Hello and welcome to the 19th BOH Cameronian Arts Awards on set. I am Sabrina Hassan and today I have with me the nominees for lighting design in the dance category. So welcome everyone, congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, so I'd like to start with a question. What was the best piece of advice that you have received for lighting design?
I think we start with Brian.
Okay, Brian, thanks.
Yeah, the newest kid in the block. I think just try and experiment. Don't be afraid to mess up. The best way to learn is just to be hands-on and just do it and learn. Yeah.
For me, it's like we just need to like how to say this. We are doing for a long time, didn't think about this anyway. But I think it's like what Brian said, we didn't need to understand how things work together. Because yesterday I just talked with friends. Actually, for me, I think we need to start from very bottom. For me, we need to start to learn from pulling the wires, focusing the light, rig the lights. That only slowly you become a designer. For me, I think the lighting designer should be the most experienced technical person on set. So because we can solve a lot of things, because lighting for me is like technical and artistic. So you have to learn both ways of doing lights.
The way how you understand the concept of the production. So the way before you start your design, and then you have to align with the director or the choreographer itself to find a match concept with the director or choreographer punya pemikiran lah pada saya. So the way how sebelum design, you have to macam memang betul-betul kaji that concept supaya dia selari dengan apa yang dia tak lari lah daripada choreographer nak konsep macam ni. So as a lighting designer, tiba-tiba we come with the new concept. So actually when you talk about lighting design, it's not about how beautiful it is, but how meaningful it is for the production.
So Eng, you touched upon like how you should start from the bottom. How much is formal training important for lighting design?
Because we don't have proper technical theatre in Malaysia. So actually we learn from, like myself, I learned from another experienced designer. So we start as a crew and then we just following them. If we get interested, so maybe we have a chance to become one of the designer assistant. This is how I'm coming up from a bottom of technical crew, then become a lighting operator, then lighting designer assistant. Then only I can hands-on on my own design later on.
Yeah, it's the same for me as well. You start by shadowing and learning from an experienced designer, and then you slowly work, crew work, the grunt work, then you slowly work your way up. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't have a proper formal training in technical theatre, so this is how we started. Yeah.
Nakil, for transition, transition was a reflection of Fairul's journey from traditional dance through to contemporary dance, right? So how did your lighting design help to reflect that?
That's the thing that I said before, because Fairul is someone that have a very strong foundation for me lah, because from traditional to contemporary. But the way how I start to think before adalah sebelum latihan tu, I dah tanyalah all the concept. So and then bila kita tengok konsep, Fairul banyak tentang movement yang sangat fast movement. That's why in terms of design, I don't want to use moving punya lighting because of it's very kontra dengan movement, and then lighting akan sedikit overshadow or akan buat something yang visual gangguan lah pada penonton. So that time I think what the best for that concept contemporary, it's play with the intensity and texture and plus angle lah for me when I'm design that lighting for transition, because of all the performers itself sangat muda kan, young, and then very high energy, and then that's why masa I pre-pro the production, I said I don't want to use moving head and ada movement lighting yang akan mengganggu movement dancer on the stage. So I kebanyakannya play with the angle and intensity and texture lah. Dan itu yang membantu bagi I pada Fairul, because of it's as a contemporary punya dance, it play with the image and then movement yang ada maksud dan sebagainya. So that's why I said tadi, it's not about how beautiful that lighting, but how meaningful to create the space for the performance.
Right. To enhance the performance, you mean? And in terms of, I think, in a dance production, we mentioned this before about the timing, of things that operating, and I think in dance, you don't have dialogue that you would follow, right, to cue the lights. So how do you do your cue sheet? Because is it do you follow the music? You following the dancers? Like you have to be very in tune with the music itself.
You have to have a beat lah for me. But luckily, Fairul have a 4-piece in that play. But satu yang that last piece ada dialogue lah. It's a new choreography daripada Fairul yang menggunakan idea pasal konsep a general issue now in Malaysia and Asian country. So that thing yang ada cue pakai dialog lah. Yang satu lagi tu very fast, and then we as a lighting designer have to remember the movement of the dancer. Sebab music dia pun music experiment, so yang tak ada beat, yang tiba-tiba I mean, kat mana nak buat cue?
Yeah.
So you have to remember the movement. I think the movement lah for me.
Movement.
To remember.
Anything for you as well, the movement?
Movement and counting, because they dance with they have counts. Yeah. So sometimes if I really cannot count the beat, so we just truly tengok the timing of the music. So because sometimes they need a very fast pace of like cue, like 2 count, 3 count. If you really cannot follow, then we just have to follow the music timing. So from there it's just like to count on time. But normally I think we just have to cue like to feel what they are doing, because some of the scene not really we need to have a lot of cues for the fast piece, but generally it's an entire visual effects for a dance movement. So it depends on what kind of mood we want to create, and then we discuss with the choreographer whether should we do this kind of like effects for the certain movement, or maybe in this kind of fast piece movement we just have one general lighting to focus more on the dancers instead of lighting effects. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a combination. It depends on the circumstances for the show. So, like I said, sometimes it's the music, sometimes the speech, sometimes the movement, sometimes just feel.
Yeah. So you just have to be like you are definitely part of the performance as well, right? So you need to be alert.
Yeah, but sometimes even though we have a cue already, but I will experiment during the show. Maybe this time we can slower, faster, so we can blend with the energy of the dancers as well. Yeah, not have to be on exactly that point. We have to go the cue on that point. Yeah.
Okay, so that's why we call it live performance, isn't it? It's the beauty of live performance.
It's the human element.
Yeah.
Just remembering that there's, because if sometimes like you operate everything from computers and everything is so precise, right? That you kind of lose the nitty-gritty texture of this. It's a human element to
it. Yes, that makes it special, isn't it? That texture, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes bila terlambat also, let's feel the texture.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So for Switchblade, right, it's a restaging of a 20-year-old piece. So how did you want to contribute in terms of lighting to the new rendition of the performance?
So for Switchblade, there's actually two dance pieces. So the first piece is a duet. So that we kind of kept largely to kind of go homage to the original lighting back 20 years ago. So Kim kind of gave me the idea, like, just have these lights here and there. But we kind of have more free reign for the second piece, which is more. So the idea is, because it's ensemble dance piece, so there's a lot of movements, there's a lot utilizing the entire space of Gongsi, little corners in there, elevation tables, some big tables, small tables behind the cupboard and all that. So it's a piece that's centered around life in the city and all that. So it's also kind of inspired a bit by what Kim did last time previously. But what I wanted to add on to it is to play and to kind of use leverage on the architectural elements and the set of Gongsi and the set that Chihai built, and to kind of add more textures and layers to the lighting. Yeah. Because there's a lot of, because of the space of Gongsi, there's a lot of depth and how the audience is seated. So you can really play with playing with the depth of activating spaces and using lights from different levels and elevations.
different levels.
Yeah.
What do you mean by using lights from different levels?
We had like lights hanging from the top from the house. We had lights that's like on the floor. We have lights like that we strap onto, like kind of DIY, strap it onto the next around the cupboard. So when dancers dance around, you kind of get little glimpses of face light and side lights. We even play with the table lamp. We even played with we put lights outside the air vents, the old air vents of Kongsi, and then have lights coming in just to give like the shadow and lights as the dancers move about.
Okay. So do you think having it, like staging it in a warehouse, kind of helped the performance even more?
Yeah, I think for Speech Play it feels like, especially the second piece, it feels like a site-specific work in a sense, because the lighting was kind of tailored to that specific space and the specific setting and set that was built within the space. Yeah. So if we were to do Speech Play, the second piece especially, in a different space, it would be a very different show altogether.
Psychosynthesis used minimal lighting, but correct me if I'm wrong, right? But it was very, like, you made very bold choices. So how did you come up with that concept?
I'm not sure really. Yeah, because for the first few rehearsals I attend, I think this is my first time. I have no idea of what I'm going to do for the lights. Because I talked to Kenny, because the dancer is always on stage. There are very little moment that there are very few dancers. That everything is just crossing around the stage. I think the first 3 rehearsals, I think I just keep watching, and then I just don't know what to do with the lights. Then after that we have discussion, and then we understand how the choreography works. And then, of course, the first task for Kenny to me is that we need to use that, feel like it's a high tech. The entire design is a bit high-tech, so we need to have some technology element inside the designs. And also in PJ Pack, we take out everything, it's an open stage. So how to avoid, like, we have light up the entire venue all the time, how we squeeze down the lights and then bring down, and then to have more focus for the dancers. So I need to understand when should I on the side light and when should I don't on the side light, but we have enough lights to capture the dancers. So we have a few discussion with me, myself, Kenny, and also Fong, the set and the multimedia design. So we have to split up. Okay, this part is your part to show your design of the UFO that we're talking about, and then which scene is my part. So we split up some of the effects so we don't crash over. It's too much. I think sometimes it's for the audience. So then I suggest maybe we can put the middle. We have put a truss in the middle. I think this is very last minute, because I'm still thinking that maybe we lack of something for the design of for the piece. So I think it's before. I think 1 week before bump in, then I straight come in with this idea. We put a truss at the middle. I put lights, and then I put a LED bar at the middle. So as what is called amaran. Where I put light yellow, red at the center. So basically it's about COVID, and then it's a warning for everybody. So I need to enhance that idea. So I put the light bar at the center, so it's on when COVID is coming, and then we put also at the end is a hope is coming from the sky or wherever, so it become white. So I think this is one element that I think is very good for the show. Luckily, is come up with the idea. And then for the, like I said, for the minimum lighting, yeah, because we don't have much budget. So we use whatever PJ Pack have, but we still add a bit of lighting because for this show, we need a bit more moving lights because we need to show off the high tech of the entire concept. So we need the moving lights to create effect. You can see the lights moving during the performance. And then we have like a lot of lights from the back angle. We create a lot of shadows for the dance. I think this entire process is for the discussion. Yeah, with like few discussion, we keep discussing, and then during rehearsal after watching the show, and then I will talk to Kenny. Can we do this for the scene, and how you're gonna blend with the lighting itself? Yeah.
So if you had a bigger budget, what would you have added?
I don't know, because I always have to save money. So for the production, yeah. I think whatever we get, maybe it's more light shining from the back. I think the light actually is not strong enough for me. For me in PJ Pack, is the light from the back is not strong enough. So I need to add more light to shine towards, have stronger silhouette effects for the performance itself. But whatever on top, I think is more than enough already. Yeah.
Always looking for save money. I think after this, all the producers find you.
Nah, because it's part of our job, you know.
Yeah.
So I need this effect. Can I have this budget? Cannot. Okay, cut. So we have to think creative, you know. Have to use this light to create different. I think this is how it works in Malaysia. But we still can do the same effect, but with less light.
That's what we call
Yeah,
creative.
this we have to create something like really can workable and good for the performance. Not for me, it's like if you have one light can do the effect, so you don't have to hire 10 lights to do the same effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this is wasting of money. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you mentioned.
Similarly, like limited budget and limited lights and all that. I think similarly to Switchblade, we only have whatever lights that Kongsi has, it's just very limited.
Yeah.
And the amount of channels is also very limited by modern standards. So we have to be very creative on how do we kind of light the piece, how do we give enough coverage to the dancers as well. And we even like a lot of the side lights especially, and the additional spotlights we added were operated manually by the old school dimmers that you use for lights at home.
Right. So you had additional old school dimmers.
So we also borrowed a few lights from Heng himself just to add on to lights. But yeah, so there's that interesting and kind of exciting creative challenge of working with within those limitations, which is
How do you keep motivated, even with budget constrictions and how the industry is? How do you keep motivated to champion like lighting design?
For me macam I ambil contoh yang transition So we know the LaSalle can afford budget for us lah. But for me, like I said to Fairul, you punya persembahan tidak memerlukan lighting yang memerlukan high technology. So now we invest to your performance. Lepas tu, as a lighting designer, of course I come with all the visual research, and then I see this performance also have a good energy and a good concept, but no need a high technology. So we just use what Deepak masa tu ada, but we invest on the board lighting console lah, because we bring that lighting console from outside, because ada certain effect that board dekat Deepak tu tak boleh buat lah. So but the problem is we have to have I think it's a 150 plus queue for that for piece. Yeah, because of all the conventional punya light, because that concept macam persembahan Fairul, for me macam dia ada 2 orang penari, and then yang first lah for sopan 2 orang penari, and then ada 5 orang penari, and then 7, and then the last one is 7. But for Genesis punya piece, I said no need to use a lighting yang memang performance punya lighting lah. So we bring lighting yang practical punya lighting based on that concept also, because the story is about someone to need to find something after death, kan? So they cross on the Siratul Mustaqim. So that synopsis was there, and then behind ada matahari yang sangat dekat. So that means if I use that conventional light, so that effect I tak dapat that shadow yang sangat besar dekat bawah, kan? So we bring that practical light to the dancer, and then that effect tu kita dapat. Sometimes we no need to use that high technology berdasarkan konsep kita, but if our show memerlukan itu, that the thing yang kita perlukan lah for me. So whatever it is, you have to study the production first, what needs, what tak perlu, kan? To keep that motivate me lah, because of whatever it is. Pada I lah, as a lighting designer, saya tak mementingkan cantiknya persembahan ini because of lighting dia, tak. Tapi adakah that lampu ataupun lighting yang ditonjolkan dekat atas pentas tu membawa maksud ataupun ada semiotik, ada simbol atau apa-apa yang tersendiri pada persembahan itu. That mean we have to give the audience space to think about our craft also, kan? No need bukan saja choreographer, kan? So whatever image yang kita swapkan dekat atas pentas tu, I hope that hanya ruang kita untuk berkarya lah, untuk as a lighting designer for me.
Yeah. What about you, Eng?
For me, I think the venue is very important to choose a right venue for the productions. Because sometimes, because we can save the money because we choose a venue that equipment is enough for the productions. Yeah, so for me, it's like everything is start from the venue. From venue, then we can create whatever we want to do within that certain venue. Yeah, so this is how normally when we discuss. So for me, is when I ask, the first thing I will ask, where is the venue that you're going to perform? Then from there, can we think about how to craft the design out? Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with him that it's the venue starts with the venue, and I think for me, what motivates me is just the idea of like what excites me is what can I create in that space within the limitations of whatever the space has, and in how does it work hand in hand with the story of the dance or with the production. I think that's very exciting for me. Yeah, to create.
Do you like help each other out? I know you said that you borrowed lights from him and everything. So do you give each other feedback?
Feedback? I don't know.
No, but how open are you to when you're watching a production? What makes you think that it is good? Like the lighting is good.
Because for me, I think when I watch performance, like I can tell it's a bad lighting. So
how?
So it's not blend with the performance. Yeah, sometimes like some of the really younger designers, they like to show off a bit of their design, But sometimes the cue is not necessary. So for me, it's like is less noticeable is better for lighting design. So because we just watch the show, because everything is just focused on the performer. So everybody is like serving the show. It's not like you cannot like overcome the performers, and then we have to think about whether this cue necessarily put into that moment. Yeah, so this is something that we enjoy as the light is blend into the show. So that for me is like maybe when we are younger, so I was too busy to watch how they like the show. But now I just sit there and just relax on whatever happened on stage. Yeah. So I just don't try not to notice how the lights change. So because we can feel from the entire energy of the performance. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just what you get, what you sense from watching the show. You kind of straight away kind of know something's off here. It could be anything. You're not sure, but you could identify what is wrong. But but in terms of feedback, if I know the person, I may just ask him why, what is the rationale? Like, is there a reason for that? Yeah.
If there is one person that you would like to collaborate with in this industry, who would it be?
For me, I'm open to anyone. I worked with him like last year. Maybe next time we can have a chance to work. Because this for me, everything is just open. No matter how many times we work together, but every time we work is create a new things coming up. So for me, I just open to everyone, and then whether we have chance to work together. Yeah, just to make fun. Yep. Yeah, for creativity. Yeah.
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 Thank you.
I don't know, maybe Isman Mokhtar maybe. Yeah, Isman Mokhtar, because for me, I banyak kali melihat hasil kerja dia. So dia memberikan kita, kalau dia buat set kalau dia buat set designer, so I think I always want to be dia punya lighting designer lah, because of set yang dia buat tu memberikan kita ruang as a lighting designer to support that ambience yang dia nak cipta tu. For example, macam jebat kan, macam dulu dia buat the paper crane. So I think that the first theatre yang I kenal Yusman Mokhtar, I said, damn, cantik set dia punya set at paper crane, the musical dekat KL Park kan. So I think macam, it's so many space to explore lighting dengan set yang dia buat. So macam banyaklah macam yang dia punya work before kan, even daripada teater yang independent, alternatif sampai ke komersial, dia punya set tu sangat membantu semua orang untuk ciptakan space ataupun atmosphere yang dia try untuk build on the stage. Hi Yusman, saya nak kerja dengan awak. Hire me.
Yusman dengar tu. Right. Brian, what about you?
I think I'm open to collaborate with everyone, anyone, yeah. Because I think it's fun to kind of work with new people, work with old like people you've worked with before, because it's always, you know, a new challenge, a new creative brief, yeah, a new kind of project, a new, you know, a new limitation to work against, work with. It's always this kind of fun element to it, yeah.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Congratulations again on your nomination. And thank you for being with us.